Hey guys, today we're going to do a little review of the Yamaha THR-5. I'm going to be playing through it with this Squier 51. So you're kind of getting a 2-for-1 review here today. The Squier 51, some of you probably know about it, was manufactured in the mid-2000s, 2005, 2006. I believe it was discontinued in 2007. I believe the street price was $150, and once it got discontinued, I believe it was possible at one time to buy these for 80 bucks. It's pretty nice. I got this one off of eBay for $200. That included a hard case, a molded plastic hard case. $200 is too much, but I got tired of waiting, kept losing the auctions, so I paid the price. They're on eBay all the time. They come in 3 colors. The blonde comes with either a black pickguard or a white pickguard. There's also a black model with a white pickguard and a sunburst model. I believe that one has a white pickguard, but I'm not sure. But you can find these on eBay every day, anywhere from $150 to $300. Given that the street price when they were new was $150, I hesitated to spend any more than that for one. But if you shop around and you're a good eBayer, you could probably get you one for $100, $125. It has a humbucker at the bridge and a single coil at the neck. It's got coil tapping for the humbucker, and this is one of the few real flaws, criticisms I have with the guitar. For a coil tap knob, it just comes right off. So it's just a slip-on, it's not screwed on. I'm going to have to figure out some plan to tighten that up. In fact, maybe just a piece of paper stuffed in there will be all I need. I could super glue it. I always hate to use super glue because it's kind of irreversible. I'll just try a little piece of paper here. Kind of curious. Bear with me. Maybe consider this a little tech lesson in a conjunction with the review. Well, I can't seem to get it on now. There we go. Well, I don't know if that's a permanent fix, but it's working good for right now. Alright, so it has a Stratocaster body, maple neck, and I'm not familiar with the difference between Stratocasters and Telecasters, but my guitar instructor said the neck feels just like a Telecaster's neck. There's not very much varnish or finishing on the neck. It's not heavily lacquered at all. In fact, I'm not sure if it's finished with anything. Maybe a little light stain. It looks almost completely like natural wood, both the fretboard on top and the back of the neck. And it's pretty slick. So, I guess I'll just play a little bit. This is, all you have is volume and a rotary switch for your pickup selection and the coil tapping. So I've got the tap down, I've got it on the humbucker. Try a pick. little bit off of the single coil on the neck. Single coil to me seems to have sitting about midway between the difference between the humbucker when it's tapped and when it's not tapped, both in volume and in tone. When the tap is out on the humbucker, it's pretty bright. Well, it helps to put it on the humbucker to sample that. It's in. That's out. Quite a bit louder when it's down. And then the single coil kind of in between there. So it's a really nice little guitar for $100 to $150 if you can get one. It's comfortable. It weighs about 7.5 pounds. It feels light. I thought it was lighter actually than 7.5 pounds. It's just a nice little guitar to have laying around and grab hold of. Do a little jamming. So that's the guitar. Now we'll talk about the real purpose of this review is the Yamaha THR. I have to keep checking. THR-5. So let me put the guitar down for a second. We'll look at the controls. This is it. It's about 10.5 inches wide, weighs about 4.5 pounds, and yes, it does fit nicely inside the drawer of a file cabinet and doesn't take up very much room at all. Okay, we've got, let's see how we can do this, about like this. It's got your modeling, amp modeling here. It has 5 different models: clean, crunch, lead, Brit, high, and modern. And each of those is successively more overdriven of a tone. It has the gain setting, has a master setting, as well as the unit volume control over here. So you've got quite a bit of flexibility and variability with your volume settings. Then it has one tone control, and it has a couple of effects knobs that I've never seen them set quite like this. But this knob is your chorus, flanger, phaser, and tremolo. And as you turn it, you'll get more and more of each effect, but once you go beyond that effect's control, then it begins to control the next effect and drops the first effect. And as you go around, then continues on like that. And you do get some variability on the adjustments, but it's obviously not very fine-tuned. You can kind of have a lot or little, but not a lot of micro adjustments there. We'll get into those in a little bit. Then it has a delay and reverb, and a hall reverb settings. So there's quite a bit of effects that you can get on here. Your input, headphones, auxiliary input for your MP3 player, so forth. Back over here, this is a tuner. See if I can get it. Guess it won't come on unless the guitar is plugged in. So you got your little lights, the green and your ambers when you pluck the guitar. My guitar's not plugged in, of course, so 1 second. Bear with me again. All right. So I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. There's my E. It recognizes each string's pitch, and then with the little is the A, and so forth. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see that, but it's actually a nice little tuner. A lot of the small practice amps that I looked at have a reference tone as opposed to a tuner like this, and this is a lot better for me. I don't tune well with a reference tone. All right. On the back, we've got auxiliary AC power supply plug-in, and yes, USB. The unit does connect to a computer, and so you can use it as an audio interface into your PC. It also comes with power cable and a USB cable and a little auxiliary plug-in for your MP3. And it comes with CU base. I don't even know what this is. I haven't even taken a look at it yet. I assume that it's some kind of digital audio software, but I can't tell you anything about it. All right. Now let's play through it a little bit. Let you hear what it sounds like. I'm going to start on the clean setting, and I'll have the gain, the master, and the volume all starting at the halfway point. All the effects are turned down, and here we go. Let's see, I left the guitar. That's what the guitar. That's what the guitar switched to the neck pickup. I'm going to switch to the middle and just get a more balanced sampling. Switching to the crunch setting. is at half. Everything's set at half volume right now. It seems to have pretty good response as you strike it harder, strike the guitar strings harder, the amp seems to respond to that. Alright, let's move on. Now we're going to go to the lead. This is called the lead, but I actually am finding it to be my favorite setting for rhythm guitar playing as well. Now we'll move up to the Brit high, and we're getting into the high gain settings now, and both of these are, I mean, it really goes from, well, let's move back to lead 1 second. I never moved the gain on that one. That's still with the gain at half. Now we'll go to 3/4. Alright, when we get into the Brit high and the modern, I find that I need to dial back on the gain a little bit. It's kind of insane. I'll cut that back to about 10 o'clock. Let's make it 9 o'clock. Alright, let's hear that back at half 50% gain. So, then just noodle around with it a little bit, let you hear the lead sound. finally, the modern setting. We'll go back to 50% gain, 50% master. Plenty of distortion there to play with and have some fun. Alright, let's go back. I'm going to set it back on the clean channel and we'll listen to some of the effects that it has. First one is chorus. Flanger. Phaser. And then tremolo. Cut back on that a little bit. There's no adjustment on the tremolo for the speed. That's what you get. You get a lot or little, but you can't change the speed. Alright, moving on. We have, this is delay. On the delay, you actually can change the setting. It's the dual function of the tuner. Well, it has a tap. You just tap the tempo you want. You're slow. And I'll go fast. It's more of a rockabilly sound. I like to use it for surf kind of stuff. delay and reverb. Just reverb. And finally, hall reverb. So, I guess that about covers it, boys and girls. One thing I wanted to point out, I did have one little critique on both of the high distortion settings, especially if you're using a single coil pickup. There's a buzz, which you'd expect, but as you stop playing, the buzz kind of fades away. It's bizarre. I don't know if the mic will pick this up, but and you can even hear as I touch the strings, it increases, and it's not the guitar. I tried 3 or 4 guitars and they all do it, and the more gain you have, the more pronounced it is. And I just don't know what that is. You really don't hear it when you're playing. It's just one little thing about the amp that bugs me a little bit, that it does that. So there's your review of the Yamaha TH-5. Yamaha also makes a TH-10. In fact, they're coming out with several different models now of the THR-10. The 10 is also, as is this one, 5 watts, 2 8-centimeter speakers, or maybe that's millimeter. Anyway, 3.14 inches, 2 speakers. As you heard, it does a respectable job for the purposes of home practice. I mean, it's ideal. Obviously, you're not going to gig with it. It doesn't have an extension jack for external speakers or anything like that. For sitting around the house, that does a nice job. I guess that's about all we got. Probably went way over time anyway, so hope you got something from it. Later.